If you have a question and if it is relevant, then you can't ask
Mm.
me about what is the backend model for DeepSeek. I don't know. So you have to ask
Okay.
questions relevant to the topic.
Yeah, sure.
If I know the answer, so I've never claimed that I'm a guru, some anything like that. Whatever I received from my master, whatever changed my life, whatever made my life beautiful, whatever gave me
Mm.
clarity, the endeavor is to pass that on
Okay.
in its purest form. Yeah.
All right.
So with that, we'll start today's session. Let us chant together Omkara. Om. 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 Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri, Gurave Namaha, Dhyanamoolam, Gurormurtihi, Poojamulam, Gurorpadam, Mantramulam, Gurorvakyam, Mokshamulam, Guru Kripa, Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om. My pranams to all. Slowly open your eyes. So all of you can join on video. We'll start today's session. So let us start with a quick recap and understanding of what is the understanding so far. If there's any questions, if there is clarity, anything to share, we can start with that. So Ravi.
Well, understanding has been the same since the first class that I joined. That is,
No improvement.
no. The understanding is the same, and there is improvement, or there is more clarity in that understanding after each class.
What is
So
understanding?
the understanding is I'm not the body, I'm not the name, I'm not the individual person that I claim to be in this world, but I am Sat Chit Ananda. True consciousness is my true nature or true identity, and everything else is like wearing some clothes on top of that. So that has been the identity understanding since my first class, and the clarity or has improved, and whatever questions or whatever um, illusions were there uh, have been removed in further classes. Maybe in this class also there would be some enlightenment, or there would be some disillusions that are removed. So I'm looking forward for that.
Okay. How does this understanding change life? Is life changed or life is same?
Oh, life has changed. Definitely, it has helped me not to react so quickly. I don't say I don't react at all. I still do, but a lot of quick reactions has been under control.
Okay, very good, very good. So Gautam, you want to go? It's your first session.
Yes. um. So, do I introduce myself or?
Yeah, just introduce yourself. Tell us why you have come.
Okay. So, I'm a master's student in the US right now, and so I have come because I listen to all these Vedanta teachings on YouTube and things like that, but I'm rarely able to apply them in my life. Like when some problem comes up or something wrong, something that I don't like happens, I just react to it anyways. So I was hoping getting more clarity and discussing with uh, you would help me further in this journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want life to go according to you?
No, I want to be okay even if life doesn't go according to me.
Okay. Is that possible to be okay even though life doesn't go according to you?
Um, I'm hoping it is because you told so.
Okay. Okay. Very
Yeah.
good. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Next, Shilpa.
Hari Om Guruji. Um, so you have taught us what Ravi said. You have taught us the real meaning of life, but also because it's not like a switch, it takes time for us to imbibe the teachings and put it in everyday life. You're also teaching us ways of going there, like for example the Om chanting that you taught like 2 classes last class, and then you taught us Nama Japa. So you're also teaching, so I've also learned ways of refocusing my mind on what I've learned in the class.
Okay.
So after the class, my mind wanders here and there. And then how do I refocus? How do I come out of those impressions that I have built in the past 40 years of? So you have taught us ways to do that. And that definitely it is helping us bit by bit to get there. Like the Om chanting is really helpful. As you said, it kind of maybe not delete, but maybe makes those impressions, they reduces those impressions, that memory, and sees life in a fresh way.
So the Omkar Dhyana formats the system. It deletes. Okay. The more it's like swimming in the now the Kumbh Mela is going on, right? People have gathered to take a dip in the holy river. That dip is called, one is the physical Ganga, then there's a Gnana Ganga. The dip in consciousness through Omkara or through Gnana, it purifies, it burns, it formats the system. So it is very good. So continue that. If you see the benefit of the Omkara, then you are resonating with the practice. Continue that. It will bring deeper and deeper purification in the subconscious mind. So that is one path. So there is a path of action, and then there is a path of surrender. Today's class is path of surrender. In path of action, it's called path of yoga, where there's a doing involved, doer and doing involved. In action, there is a time. Okay. So it's like, I will do this for this much time, for these many years, then I will go into an end. There is one path. So Krishna talks about two paths in the Bhagavad Gita. Loke yasmin dvivida nishta, pura prokta mayanaga, gnana yogena sankhyanam, karma yogena yoginam. So path of action, which is under which I would put the karma yoga, bhakti yoga, kriya yoga, sadhana, seva, everything that is to do with action in that path. There is still, you're working within a framework of time and space. But God is beyond time and space. God is now. So there is a final path. It's called path of surrender. It is a path that was promoted by Ramanujacharya, called Prapatti. So Ramanujacharya called Prapatti. So today's session is about the path of surrender, where there is no time. It is here and now. The moment you surrender is the moment of liberation. So what is the surrender? What is liberation? We'll understand today's session. Praveen?
Hari Om Guruji. Yeah, if you want me to recap from the first time, I think I was under a strong illusion before of a lot of ego and things to control, and but I think if I were to summarize in one sentence only, you showed me that you kind of reiterated what Bhagavad Gita is like. You do your actions, and results are not yours. You do continue to do your actions, and what you can control is self, and that self also you need to align with the higher consciousness, and this kind of things. I look back, and it's been a tremendous change. I think I mean, if you look at the worldly life, there's a tremendous improvement in worldly life as well, not just it's very tangible as well, like what I wanted to say. It's been yeah, I don't know where to
ROI.
land. Yeah. I don't know where to land without you, probably.
Very nice. Soumya, anything to share? Is there any understanding, any questions, any doubts?
Hari Om Guruji. Actually, I have to still watch some recordings of yours because I have joined only 2 sessions of yours and I couldn't complete. I think I'm still learning. Definitely, I'll share when I experience something I learned. Like, of course, like I learned patience from you in everything.
Okay, but why have you come to the
And
session?
to know about me.
To know about you. Okay.
Yes. Like, like who I am, what I should do.
Somebody
why
else
I'm
will tell you who you
doing
are.
this. Sorry?
Somebody else will tell you who you are.
Not somebody else. There is some scriptures like, like example, Bhagavad Gita. It tells like your nature, like what should be your nature,
Yeah.
what you should be. So,
What is your nature?
Sorry?
So what is your nature?
I don't know.
You don't know. See, for example, the simple principle is very simple. It's very simple. The nature of fire, there's fire, right?
Okay.
Nature of fire is to burn.
Oh,
The nature of water is to flow and cool.
okay.
The nature of tiger is to eat the deer. The nature of the
Okay.
cow is to give milk and compassion, love, right?
Yes.
What is your nature?
Like I think I have mix of fire, or I think I have mix of all this stuff.
Okay, you're fire.
I need to increase the calmness actually. I need to increase the calm nature and helping nature.
Yeah. So your true nature,
Yeah.
what happens is the nature is dependent on your identity.
Okay.
What you identify with becomes your nature. For example, if you are an actor, then there is a drama going on. In the drama, the role that you take up defines your nature.
Okay.
So if you have been given the costume of Ravana, your nature can't be peace.
Yes.
Your nature is Rajas. Okay.
Okay.
If you have taken up the role of who is that? Hanuman, then your nature is devotion and strength.
Yeah.
Right? So
Right.
your nature depends on what you identify with. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you identify with something, you it becomes, you start playing that role. But that is still not original nature. That is your nature taken up because of the role that you're playing.
Role.
So there are two natures in that sense. There is a transactional nature, okay, depending on your role that you're playing, okay, and that you cannot break. That you cannot
Okay.
that you cannot change, because if you change that, for example, you're a mother. If you're playing the role of a mother, you have to have compassion. You have to have love. You have to have care for the child, right? If you break those principles, if you go against that nature, then there is a problem in the role, correct?
Yes.
So in the same way, the role comes with a nature. You have to do what is required for the role.
Yes.
Here the question is, there is one level. That is about dharma. It's called swadharma. Because that swadharma can only be performed with karma, action. So Arjuna is on the battlefield. What is his role?
Is to fight for
His role is to kill the enemy.
dharma. Yes.
But he doesn't want to play that role. It's like somebody telling,
Exactly.
somebody's in costume. Somebody's
Okay.
wearing the costume of Ravana in the stage, and he goes and tells. So what happened was, there was Yakshagana going. You know Yakshagana? Everybody knows Yakshagana?
Yes, yes. In Kerala.
Yakshagana is a rural, coastal Karnataka. They do a play called Yakshagana, where they put the costume and they do overnight plays. So the plays of Ramayana and the Yakshagana actors, two actors, they do party and they get drunk. Okay. Then they get drunk and they go on stage. Then the actor whose role is Rama, he comes and confronts Ravana. Hey, Ravana, you have kidnapped my wife. The Ravana, he's drunk and he says, what nonsense are you talking? Your wife is at home. Go and check. Okay. So the intoxication, he doesn't play the role. So Arjuna is intoxicated. His mind becomes clouded. He's a soldier who's supposed to kill, but in costume on stage, he wants to change the role. He says, no, I don't want to be a warrior. I want to be a monk, sannyasi. Okay. But his nature, he was in that spot because of his momentum, past momentum. It's called prarabdha karma. Okay. He's born to be a Kshatriya. So like that, wherever we are in life, it comes from a momentum. Okay. And we are there because it is destined, and there's a momentum, there's a flow already. Now going against that is wrong. Okay. That is going against your dharma, against your inner nature. And if you do that, you become disturbed. That's why Krishna gives him the teaching of Bhagavad Gita, so that he fulfills his dharma. One level, bottom level. Okay. Then there is a higher level. There is a nature as Atma. Before I put on a character, I'm the one who's putting on the character, putting on the dress. Who is that? Before I play the role of a mother is a role that I play. Daughter is a role that I play. Soumya is a role that I play. Ravi is a role that I play. But who is the one who plays the role?
Nature.
The one who is playing the role is Paramatma only.
Okay.
Shiva becomes Jiva. The Lord plays the role. So, and we forget that. We think somebody is telling me something. No. It is the Lord who is playing the role through that person and giving you what is due for you. So who is the actor behind all roles?
Paramatma.
It's a solo show. There's only one actor playing many roles. You understand?
Kamal Hassan.
Kamal Hassan. Okay. But the only problem is Kamal Hassan is playing the role, but while he's playing the role, he forgets that he's Kamal Hassan and starts thinking he's a beggar. Like Kamal Hassan plays the role of, let's say, a woman, Chachi 420. He forgets he is Kamal Hassan and becomes the woman, 50-year-old woman. Then there's a problem. And that is the problem of human life. Lord is operating through the body mind, is playing the role of Gautam, playing the role of Soumya, playing the role of Ravi. In the process of playing the role, he forgets he is Paramatma. And he becomes Gautam, and he becomes Ravi, and he becomes Soumya. Okay. Now then he starts crying. Then he goes to a guru, fortunately or unfortunately. Or like Kamal Hassan in the getup of the Chachi goes to a psychiatrist. And when he goes to the psychiatrist, for the psychiatrist, very evident. Oh, Kamal Hassan has come. Okay. In the same way, for Guru, it's very evident. Paramatma has come. Okay. Now, in the Guru's perception, please do. That is the difference between a Guru and the world. The world will see the role. The Guru will see the self. You understand? Like how the psychiatrist will see Kamal Hassan, the Guru will see Atma. Then the Atma comes, Atma who is identified with the role comes, starts and crying. Oh, I'm suffering, I'm Gautam, I'm Shilpa, I'm Soumya. What will the Guru tell? Will the Guru tell, okay, you do stand on one leg and chant this name 1,000 times. Then you'll realize who you are? How to make
No.
Kamala realize he's Kamal Hassan, not Chachi 420?
Guru will tell
Tell
you.
him if
Go ahead. Gautam?
the guru will tell him about his true nature, like you are that, like he'll remove the ignorance of being the Chachi.
How?
How? By asking him to figure out who he is, like giving him pointers to his real self.
He will take a logical approach.
Mm.
He will point out, hey, you're wearing makeup, you're wearing a costume. He'll tell
Right.
you the costume.
Right.
Then you will see that all logical approach, right? Same way, Guru uses logical approach, and that logical approach is called Vedanta.
Right.
It is no mystical approach.
Yeah.
Okay? You can tell some mystical approach, magical. No. That's why it's called Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. The Guru Kripa means, and that's why Shiva has Ganga coming out of his head. Right? From the Jada, there's a Ganga coming out. You've seen the photograph?
Yeah.
Ganga is called teaching, Gnana Ganga.
Okay.
And the teaching is very logical. It's a step-by-step logic to break the ignorance. And that's called Prakriya of the master, Vedanta Prakriyas. So in the 9th session, we've gone through many Vedanta Prakriyas. Today also we'll go through one of them. So each Prakriya is like a surgery. It penetrates through the illusion. It is a questioning method. It is an inquiry method. It is a interrogation method. It is an interrogation of the ego.
Right.
So that the ego collapses. Okay.
Right.
Kamal Hassan will tell, I am not Chachi. Chachi is just a role. I am Kamal Hassan. Then immediately he's free from the burden of Chachi.
Right.
Okay. After that, he might continue to play Chachi. That doesn't mean he'll not play Chachi. He'll continue to play Chachi more well, right? Without the disturbance of Chachi.
Right.
You'll realize I am Brahman. I am the supreme consciousness, and continue to play the role of Gautam.
Okay.
Right? Namish?
Hariam Guruji.
Yo.
I have learned about I have learned that I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, and I am the witness.
Very good.
And I try to be more patient in some scenarios where I would react with anger. No, Guruji.
Okay.
And also, I used to overthink a lot, Guruji, but now it has reduced.
You're not one thing. Okay. So we'll just wait for a few more years after you get married. Then your real test will start. Now it's all just, what is that? Simulation. So after you get married, then you can come and tell the same thing. Then I will give thumbs up. Okay. Uh, okay. Anybody else? Any questions? Shall we start today's session? Okay. So today's session is to understand surrender. So there's a shloka in the Bhagavad Gita. It comes in the 18 chapters. The Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters. In the last final chapter, so before this 18th chapter, Sri Krishna Paramatma has already given many solutions, many pathways, many options, many shortcuts to Arjuna, okay, to become free. Then finally he gives a teaching, the final teaching. And that is this shloka. Repeat after me. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. So the final shloka Sri Krishna tells is the shloka of prapatti or surrender. He says, Sarva dharman parityajya, renounce all concepts, mam ekam sharanam vraja, surrender to me. Then if you surrender to me, what will I do? Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. I will make sure that you are free and you're free from all suffering. Okay? This is the final and the highest teaching of Sri Krishna Paramatma or in spirituality. So surrender is synonymous to enlightenment. Total surrender is the solution. Total surrender to the divine will is the final, is the end, is the end. And it solves and it makes you free that moment. Okay? Total surrender. So what this total surrender is we'll understand. So you tell me first, what is your understanding of surrender? Anybody?
I think surrender means to not worry about the consequences. Is
Not
it
worry.
that?
Okay.
Like something is happening and I should be okay with it because I've surrendered. So
When something is happening in your life,
yeah.
what is the response? It's the response is either raga or dvesha.
Yeah.
I like or I don't like.
Yeah.
Something happening
Yes.
in life. I like it or I don't like it.
Hmm.
Okay. If I like it, what is my feeling?
I'm happy.
Happy. If I don't like it,
I get sad. Yeah.
you're sad. So which is more in your life? Dvesha or raga?
Dvesha.
Dvesha. Ravi?
Raga.
Raga. Okay. Ravi, you're not married, right?
Yes.
I know the answer only I know. So Pannaji, which is more in your life, raga or dvesha? Mute पे हैं आप.
Happy Guruji.
Happy है, ठीक है. Praveen, which is more in your life?
I think more raga nowadays. Yeah.
Raga. Shilpa?
Guruji, both are there, but I am trying to develop a sense of raga even in Dvesha situations.
Okay. Soumya,
Trying to see the good. Yeah.
trying to see the good. Soumya, what is more
Yeah.
important, raga or dvesha?
I think Vesha only.
Dvesha. So when you're a child, what is the feeling? Raga or dvesha?
Raga.
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 Predominantly, the child is in peace, love, and lightness. There's a lightness in the inside. Okay. As an adult, even if you have raga, there is fear below that. Oh, how long will I be happy? Uh, oh, today I'm happy drinking tea. Oh, very nice. Today I'm watching movie. But what after the movie? Again, I have to go back to work tomorrow. So just below the raga, there is underlying fear of the unknown. What if tomorrow I'm not well? What if tomorrow something happens? Okay. So there's a constant, when the child doesn't have that. The child, it is even if something happens tomorrow, even there's a disease that the child gets, the child is in bliss. The child might cry, but the child will not suffer. Okay. But adult life, what is the predominant experience? There is a constant fear. There's a constant stress of losing something. So now what happened between being a child to growing up? From being a child to growing up, you started taking everything seriously. So as a child, everything was a joy, everything was game. As you grow older and older and older, everything starts to become serious. My identity becomes serious. Okay, no, it is unacceptable that somebody can tell bad about me. Okay, in the child, the child you tell buddhu or you insult the child, the child doesn't matter. Is it matters to child? It doesn't matter. But the more you grow older, you take yourself seriously. Then it is unacceptable if somebody insults you. You understand? Insult is unacceptable. What is acceptable, okay, and what is unacceptable, there is a big list. And in life, what happens is mostly unacceptable to you. Okay, this unacceptable behavior of life towards you is the problem. You understand? I expect my life to be in a certain way. And life has some natural order. For example, aging. Aging is a natural order, but aging is unacceptable to me. Okay, how can I age? I have to be forever young. Okay, aging is unacceptable. Disease is unacceptable. Whatever is natural in life, okay, like seasons, right? There is winter, there is summer, then there is spring, then there is rain. Life constantly changes. The nature of life, which is change, becomes unacceptable to us. You understand that? And that becomes suffering in life. So much so that you don't accept the changing nature of people in relationship. People change, mind change, stock market changes, budget changes. Okay, then the tax changes, everything changes. But the change is unacceptable. Things have to be the way I want it. And when things change beyond not very complimentary to you, what do you say? Do you like it?
No.
Somebody is treating you always nicely. Suddenly they change for whatever reason that you don't understand. What do you say? Why is this happening to me? What have I done? I am such a good person. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So I am such a person. And how can bad things happen to me? You understand? You say that?
Yeah.
So you think that you're a good person and you expect for good people, bad things should not happen. That is unacceptable to you. So first learning in life is impersonal. Everything happens to everybody. Nobody in life is singled out. So let us understand the context of life first. So surrender is about step by step understanding the where you are, why you are, who you are, and what is the next journey. When you understand this, you become free from all inner turmoil, notions, illusions. Okay? The first illusion is the illusion of relevance. So let us look at your relevance in the universe in comparison to an ant. So everybody's seen ants? Ants? So you've seen ants, right? How big is an ant? Physically, in comparison to you, it's very small. Okay? So let's say there's a line of ants. In the line of ants, let's say one ant, each ant is an individual having an individual experience of hunger and pain, correct? Do you care about the experience of the hunger and pain of an ant? Is it relevant to you?
No.
The ant has thoughts about the world. Oh, why is sugar so much? Only this much sugar is there in the world. There should be more sugar in the world. Okay, and ant is a two-dimensional figure, two-dimensional being. You understand? It has only two. So we have length, breadth, and depth. We have three dimensions. Ant has only two dimensions, left and right. Okay, it's a 2D being. Okay, and it tries to understand the world based on its true 2D experience. It can only experience 2D. It can either go like this or like this. That's all. Correct? Now the ant has opinion about the world. Does that opinion matter to you? No. Why? You're a bigger being. You have bigger problems. Right? Now, how big are you in the universe? Okay,
Very small.
compared to sun, how big are you?
Like an ant.
Not even an ant, microscopic. Ant at least you can see.
Yeah.
In compared to sun, how big are you? Ravi?
Nanoscopic, maybe.
Nanoscopic. Everybody understands what I'm saying? Pannaji, samajh mein aa gaya? How big are you? Okay, what is the population of Earth? 8 billion.
8 billion.
In compared to 8 billion, how big are you?
Nothing.
Nothing. In compared to sun, you are nothing. Microscopic. The sun itself, in compared to the universe, is microscopic. Okay, the sun in reference to the galaxy is microscopic. The galaxy itself, in reference to the universe, is microscopic. And now the universe itself, in reference to the multiverse, is microscopic. So in the microscope within a microscope within a microscopic, you are. Does it even make sense to say that you exist in reference to the universe? And such a small being has opinion about life, about how life should go, which is totality. Isn't that absurd? And that is the illusion of relevance. You think you live your life and you experience something in life, thinking, so giving so much importance to your thought and feeling and emotion, which is nothing in life. And you think the universe is attacking you. Why will the universe attack you? You are nothing to the universe. It's like you telling, I'm going to attack that one ant in that line of ants. Do you care about it? In the same way, it's telling like that the whole universe is thinking about me and giving me some problem. That is the absurdity of human ego. That is the That is the ego. Imagine the ego thinks that something which is multifold bigger than it thinks about it. It has no relevance. You understand? Whether you are there or not there, forget you. There have been great beings like Krishna, Rama, Buddha, Mahavira, Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda, right? They've all come and gone. Okay. And and the earth doesn't miss. Again, something new will come up. You think you are relevant in the world? Praveen?
No, Guruji. Before probably used to think like that, but in the context, I don't think in the scheme of things, it's irrelevant.
So now, how do I know I have the illusion of relevance? I know I have the illusion of relevance when I ask the question, why me? Do you ask the question, why me? Why it's happening to me? The moment you ask that question, you are in ego and you are in the illusion of relevance. That means you think very big of yourself. That means you expect from life something to happen to you, which even not even Jesus is exempt from. Even Krishna also throughout his life he got abused. And then in the what is that? In a very important gathering, there's a person called Shishupala who comes and very badly abuses Sri Krishna Paramatma 100 times. And of course, after 100 times, Krishna cuts his head. But 100 times he abuses and Krishna takes it. So how many times do you get abused in such a big public gathering?
Almost never.
Never. Who is abusing you?
I think myself. I mean,
You are abusing yourself.
yeah.
That is the Shishupala. And that Shishupala has to be cut. And that Shishupala is cut with Sudarshana. Sudarshana means the right Darshana. Please understand, these are all very subtle teachings. The chakra in Krishna's hand represents the Gnana. The Gnana cuts the Shishupala, the self-abuser. Go on telling about yourself, bad about yourself. Okay? And go on telling relevance about yourself. In the scale of things, you are microscopic. That microscopic is also just for the sake of saying, how small you are cannot be defined. You understand? To understand this is surrender. When you understand this, you become free from the question, why me? You think that the world is attacking you, or God is attacking you, life is attacking you. No. How can it attack you? You're nothing in it. Does everybody understand this principle? So next time when you feel important, look at the ant. Okay, just look at the sky. That small flickering thing you see in the sky is a star which is so far away, which is 1 billion times bigger than you. Okay, so life is much bigger than me. Without understanding this, I make myself the center of life. And I start expecting against the nature of life. This is the illusion of relevance. That illusion of relevance brings the second illusion. It's called illusion of choice. Now I am relevant. I want to choose. What do I want to choose? You have choice in life?
No.
No. Did you choose your parents?
No.
So did you choose your genes?
Mm.
No. Did you choose your school? Did you choose your impressions? What were impressions you got?
Mm.
Whatever, some impressions were given. With that impression, you chose some friends. That also is not your choice. That is the choice of the impression. Did you choose your husband or wife? Arranged marriage people are clear. I didn't choose. Okay. In love marriage, you think I chose. Did you choose your spouse? So it is said marriages are made in heaven. Okay. That means you don't choose your spouse. Your destiny chose your spouse for you. Okay. What did you choose? Do you have a choice on your mental capacity? Somebody is very intelligent. Okay. Somebody is very intelligent. Startup kiya, paise kamaya, 1 billion. Does he have a choice? Is it his choice that he got such a brain capacity?
No.
Somebody is an athlete. Okay. Got gold medal. Does he have a choice? Okay. Somebody is not able to do something. Does he have a choice?
No.
Nobody has a choice. And you think you have a choice. That is the game of the ego. Illusion of choice. You think you have a choice to do something. Is that real? Shilpa, you have a question?
Guruji, then choosing to suffer or not to suffer in a bad situation, is it a choice or is it again pre-decided that I have to suffer?
So, is suffering a choice?
I thought so.
Suffering is a choice. Okay. But to understand the suffering is a choice, you have to be destined for grace.
Okay.
Until that grace falls upon you, you have no choice not to suffer. Only after gnana do you get the choice to either choose to suffer or be a witness. The choice comes only after gnana. Until then, you're a machine. Krishna tells, Yantra Rudane Maya. You are like a machine, programmed machine. You have no choice. And understanding the choicelessness of life is surrender. When you understand choicelessness, that you have no choice, what is your approach to life? Let's say something bad is happening to you. Let's say somebody, most of you are in a foreign country, no? Let's say there is some racism and you get abused. Okay. When you understand the choicelessness of that person to abuse you, what is your response?
He's just doing it because of some previous program, so
How will
I'll
you?
probably not care. Oh, I'll probably not care much about it.
You will accept it.
Yeah.
As his nature. You understand?
Yeah.
A total acceptance of life dawns. You accept life as it is, like how you accept seasons. Okay? So somebody says something, it is their nature. Okay? And you accept the perfection in this present moment. Suffering is rejection of the present moment. And that is ego. You do not accept this present moment. No, I don't like this in the present moment. So make a list of all the things that you don't like in now. You'll have a big list. I don't like my bank balance. I don't like my mental capacity. I don't like the position that I have in my job. I don't like my spouse. My children have to be smarter in compared to somebody else's children. Right? I don't like so many things in my life right now. Is that the case? Everything you want to change.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Shilpa? Panna? The fact that you cannot change is even more frustrating.
Mm.
But there's a desire to change so many things in my life. Yes?
Yeah.
That is ego. The ego wants to change everything. Surrender is complete acceptance of what is the way it is now.
And is accepting some injustice also, I mean, if there's some injustice happening in front of you and you have I can't say you have the power to change, but you have the power to influence. I mean, you can influence that the injustice is not done.
Yeah.
So is inaction not
Yeah.
against Krishna's teachings? I'm not able to.
So I'll come to that. So surrender has two parts to it. First is acceptance, and the second is right action. So surrender means first accept what is. Let's say somebody gets fired from the job. A total acceptance of what is right now. Otherwise, what will happen? Why me? Why did I? I'm such a good person. I have been doing charity all my life. Then I have been such a good programmer or whatever. Uh, I have only done good things in my life. How can I get fired? Right? People cannot handle it. So first is accept. Okay, something has happened. It is part of life. You understand? It is part of life. Life is not unjust to me. It is not, life is not attacking me. Deep understanding of that makes you choiceless. You accept the situation. There's a deep tranquility inside. Then you do what you can to change it. Do whatever you can to change it and accept whatever you can't change. Okay, whatever you can, you do to change it. And the third part of surrender is the most important part, is the key missing ingredient in acceptance. This is a part of acceptance. In acceptance, there is a deep trust in existence to take care of you. Like when you were a child, the premise of your being, the core of your being was trust. Like when you carry the child, you throw the child in the air, the child laughs. Okay? The child is not in fear because there's a deep trust that you will catch the child. Right? But as you grow older, you become suspicious of everything. You don't trust. You can't accept what is happening. You don't trust where life is taking you. Like an example, all of you are in a different country. You went, how did you go to that country? How did you go there?
Flight, I mean.
Flight. You went flight. How
Yeah.
how high did you fly? You know?
Oh, yeah, probably some 10,000 meters or more than that, probably.
And what is the object of flight? How did you fly? Device, vehicle? It's a plane.
Yeah.
And plane, is it completely in human control? Who's controlling the plane?
The
The pilot.
pilot, yeah.
Pilot. Is there any guarantee that you will reach the other side?
No.
No. But you took the risk.
Yeah.
You slept in the flight. It's a long flight to US. How long is the flight, Gautam?
13 hours.
13 hours. You slept?
Yeah.
Slept. So you have trust from going from point A to point B in a flight which is flying 10,000 meters up. Go up on a person who you never even seen the face. You just heard his voice. Okay, on the whatever the voice thing. I'm going to fly you. I'm going to take you. 2-3 words he told. I'm your pilot today. I'm going to take care of you. And that much you heard and you slept. And you have zero trust in the Lord who is taking care of the whole universe. That he's going to crash you. You think Lord is going to crash you because your suffering is if translated into words, is distrust in the one who is running the show. The suffering, the pain or the anger, okay, is itself a testimonial or translation of your words telling, I don't trust you, God. I don't trust the pilot. You trust the pilot who you have never seen to take care of your life, your child's life, your husband's life, your parents' life, from one geography to another geography, against conditions that are beyond human control, storm and whatnot. You trust and you sleep peacefully. And you cannot go through one day without trust in the Lord. That is called surrender. So I'll tell you the many stories, all true stories. One, in the Karnataka, there was a very famous sculptor who sculpted earlier, in the very earlier days, in India, throughout the country, there was an art of sculpting a temple from one stone. Okay, even now, if you go to many places, there is only one stone. In that stone, entire stone is converted into a temple. That art has been lost now. So there in the Karnataka, there was one sculptor who was making a temple. He was a very famous sculptor. Then one person comes to examine, and he tells there's a pillar there. In the pillar, he says there's a frog inside. The sculptor tells it's impossible because I know my craft. There is no frog inside. Okay. The person tells, no, there's a frog inside. You break open, and it's already built. Okay, it's already in progress. So much effort has already been put. But the person tells he bets his life on it. If there is no frog, you can cut my head. Okay, and the sculptor tells, if there is a frog, I'll cut my hands. I'll give up my art. So they break open that sculpture. Inside there's a frog. Okay, and the frog has food also inside. So the teaching is, Lord knows to give food to a frog who is inside a stone. And you think you will not be taken care of? You understand? There's a frog in the stone. Lord knows how to take care of that. And that is the intelligence of the Lord. So there's a master called Swami Chinmayananda. Swami Chinmayananda, he propagated Bhagavad Gita throughout the world. His guru is Tapovan Maharaj. So Tapovan Maharaj is a monk who stays in the Himalayas, very brutal conditions. So one day Tapovan Maharaj is traveling from one place to another place. Then there's a storm, avalanche. And he cannot see any way of reaching his destination. It's getting dark and he doesn't have light and camera and torch and whatnot. And he's in the mountain, right? It's harsh conditions. So he simply closes his eyes and he recollects the promise of Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita that Yogakshemam Vahamyam, I will take care of you. Then he collapses because of the avalanche. After some time, he's woken up by some people. He opens his eyes, some people are there. They give him food. And those people are dacoits. So the dacoits are stay in that region. They saw this person from the other side. They didn't see the person. They saw that orange robe. He's a monk, right? He's wearing orange robe. They saw the orange robe. They thought some businessman has left some money. They came to take that money. And when they opened the cloth, it's a monk. And because they saw the radiance on his face, they gave him food. And they took him from where he was to where he wanted to go. Then Taponanji Maharaj thinks, even in the most impossible situation, Lord has taken care of me. Understand? So one day Swami Vivekananda has to go to one place because he's invited. And he's a monk, he doesn't have any money. He somehow reaches that place. The moment he reaches that place, there is a car waiting for him. And from the car, a very rich person gets off. He tells, yesterday in my dream, Bhagavan came and told me that one monk will come. You have to take him and take care of him. So then Swami Vivekananda tells his disciple. So this disciple is previous days very worried. what will happen to us, who will take care of us, we don't have any money, what will we do there, how will we go, right? Swami Vivekananda simply tells only one sentence: Divine Mother will take care. Okay, and he goes in that trust. By the time he reaches there, the car is waiting for him. So when you have deep trust in existence, the existence takes care of you miraculously. That is called synchronicity. Okay, your whole life will become, is taken care of day to day, provided you're surrendered, total surrender. That is total surrender. Any doubts? But that total surrender, which is a very simple thing, is extremely difficult to do. The deep down, there'll be a fear. Oh, what if God doesn't come? Okay. When there is total surrender, there is absolutely no fear. Just a trust in existence. Lord will take care. Okay. That is acceptance. And then there is an action. The Lord will take care. But whatever I have to do, whatever is in my capability, let me do that. Okay. You do whatever is possible. And surrender is complete surrender of the result. The result is up to God. But it's, in our case, it's ulta. Okay. You don't want to do anything to change. And you don't accept what is there. And you want the result, some specific result. And when you don't get that specific result, you are dejected in life. You hate, you start complaining about God. So look at your life, look at your inner voice. Is it filled with complaints about life? Or is it filled with thank you to Lord? So in surrender, you're filled with gratitude, and that grows. Complaint is ego. So either you are operating out of ego or surrender. So enlightenment is a total surrender. This moment. Okay, this moment is, what is the attitude? Lord, I am insignificant in this big existence. I don't know. You know. Whatever is best for me, you will do it for me. Whatever is best for me, you will give me. And whatever is given, you accept that. And you flow with life. And you experience the miracles of life. And please, please understand that flow with life will lead you to your greatest heights. Please never think that flow with life will drown you. Lord is not in the business of drowning you. Like I told, even the most impossible situation, the people are taken care of. So even in most impossible situations, there is grace. But you have to be open to that. As long as you are thinking you're in your own illusions of choice and doers, then you are. So there's another story. There's one priest in the flood. Okay. Then the priest says, "Oh Lord, save me." Then a group of army, the soldiers come. They says, "Please come, we'll save you." The priest says, "No, Lord will save me. You go." Okay. Then there's another neighbor who has made a boat out of his house. He'll say, "Come, I'll save you." Then no, Lord will save me. You go. Then he dies. Then he asks God, "I was waiting for you. I trusted you. You didn't come." Lord says, "I came, but you didn't listen to me. You couldn't understand me. I came as the soldiers. I came as the neighbor. I came as somebody else." So we are fixed on our ideas of this is how it should be. That becomes our problem in life. Life is full of solution, but you are only looking for the solution you want. You understand? When you have surrendered, everything is a solution. When you have not surrendered, everything is a problem. So if everything is a problem, you know that there's an illusion. For Guru or for Gnani or for the Bhakta or for the enlightened, everything is a solution. Because everything is God. Everything is a possibility of solution, of growth. For the ego, everything is stuck. Oh, if I go this way, I'm stuck. If I go this way, I'm stuck. Because inside you're stuck. Any doubts? What is surrender is clear? Acceptance with a deep trust in totality, who is Paramatma. And the Paramatma who has put you wherever you are. And the whole existence is an intelligent orchestration. It is not an arbitrary orchestration. Everybody is led to where they have to go. And you are put in a specific journey. It is your journey. Okay? And it is Lord's responsibility to take you to where you have to go. Now you can make that a suffering by trying to swim against the flow of life. Or you can flow with life gently by surrendering your will. The problem is my will. That's why Jesus said, now imagine Jesus Christ is being crucified. Okay, it's a very painful thing. He's being tortured. His body is already almost in excruciating pain. And there's a nail. He's been crucified. When he's crucified, what does he say? He says, please forgive them, Father. They don't know what they do. He doesn't say, I forgive them. So here, even in that moment, he has the humility to say, please forgive them. And please forgive them. He has no hate. Okay? Total acceptance of what is happening. And he says, thy will be done. This is your will, let it be. If I'm supposed to be nailed, it is your will. If I'm supposed to be king, it is your will. If I'm supposed to be pauper, it is your will. If I'm supposed to be healthy, it is your will. If I'm supposed to have a disease, it's your will. Everything is thy will. And that's why it's happening. Please understand. It is happening because it's thy will. But there's a conflict. Thy will and my will. My will is something else. My will is, no. Disease is unacceptable. Failure is unacceptable. Okay, sadness is unacceptable. If I'm sad, the mind is sad, it is thy will. And the beauty is, nothing is permanent in life. This is a fundamental understanding. Neither suffering, neither joy, neither disease, neither glory is suffering. Is permanent. You need to understand the law of impermanence of life. Everything comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. It is the ego that perpetuates the suffering. The disease comes, it goes. But the disease comes, you prolong it with your thinking, with your rejection of it. Abuse comes. Abuse is temporary. Somebody tells you some harsh word, you're ugly or you're idiot or something. It is one time. But how much is the suffering? How long is the suffering? 50 years, 70 years. A lifetime. So, the entire Mahabharata war is fought because Duryodhana could not handle the abuse told by Draupadi. There is a palace of illusion. In that, Duryodhana slips and falls. Then Draupadi laughs at him and says, Ande ka beta andha. Okay, that's all. One statement. Ande ka beta andha. Not even that harsh. Okay, but that is unacceptable for Duryodhana. How can one lady tell about me? Okay, insult me. And for that, 4 million people were killed. Why? Rejection or whatever, that one small impermanent abuse, you prolong it. So you look at yourself. what all happens inside you, what all you hold on to. So you understand that whatever happens in life, it happens to everybody. You're not something special. What all you cry about, you cry about so many things in your life, right? You think it's only happening to you. People have not gone through worse. Okay, give me a estimate of how many people would have gone through worse. First of all, you're suffering in comparison to the real suffering of people. Is it even suffering?
No, not really.
Not really. What is the biggest suffering in your life? Tell me, what is the biggest suffering in your life?
I mean, it changes every time, right? Like,
Married people are not allowed to talk at all. You don't even understand something until you're married.
okay.
Your suffering is not counted. Okay, go through. Tell me, what is your suffering?
I mean, it keeps changing, like
Then it is
from
not
time to
suffering.
time.
The fact that it's
Yeah.
changing is not suffering. If it is real suffering, it will not change.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
कुछ tongue टूट गया or something happened, or your eye is removed or leg is removed, that is permanent. It's not changing. वैसा कुछ permanent है क्या suffering?
No.
What is the biggest suffering in your life?
Right now, I'm trying to get an internship for the summer. That is not happening.
Hey Baba, how many people don't have access to education?
Yeah.
How many people don't have access to water, clean water? How many people don't have food?
Yeah.
There's one nice movie we saw recently. In that, the person goes to Singapore. Okay, two Americans go to Singapore. Okay, the Singaporean the Singaporean family are having a banquet, the food. Then the Singaporean father has two children. He'll tell the children, look at the Americans. Okay, look at these American people. Okay, if you don't study, you'll become like them. Okay, they eat all bad food. You want to become like that? No, study then. So then somebody else in some different part of the world say, oh, if you don't study, then you'll become poor. So how many people in the world are suffering who have no access to food, who have no access to the basics, who have no access to just a peaceful survival? Roti, kapda, makan. How many? And what? So you know the percentage, no? The top 20% of the country, top 50% of the country. So you are actually in the top, I would say, 10% of the entire world. You know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know that? Top 10%. That is in many parameters, not only parameter of wealth, parameter of health, parameter of wealth, parameter of support system, parameter of spirituality, right? In all parameters, you're in the top 10%. You of all the people cannot complain.
Yeah. You're right.
And I tell you, I'm telling everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Has any big suffering? The suffering is a byproduct of intellect. It's a byproduct of thinking, wrong thinking. That's the only suffering that you have. Wrong thinking is the suffering. The child has no thinking. That's why it's peaceful. The only suffering you have in is wrong thinking, wrong attitude in life. So whatever life throws at you, first of all, acceptance is not a path. You have no choice whether to accept or not. Like somebody, life gives you a disease, you have no option to reject it. Okay, life gives you something, like somebody abuses you, you can't reject it. Can you reject it? Acceptance is default, but the way you accept, there's a possibility. You either accept gracefully or you accept crying. To accept or not, you don't have a choice. Whatever life throws at you, failure or success, joy, pain, whether I should accept it or not, you don't have a choice. You have to accept it. Okay? No, you or anybody else have to accept it. But how you accept it, you have a choice. Either you accept it gracefully or you accept it with grudge. So surrender is accept everything gracefully. That's why Krishna tells Sarva Dharman Parityaja. Just surrender. Drop all concepts. Concept that I am doer, I am thinker. I know I am something big. मुझे पता है, सब पता है. If I put the मुझे पता है to test, you don't even know anything. Do you know how to lift the hand? Lift your hand. Put your hand down. Do you know what is the mechanism of lifting a hand?
No.
Do you know what happens when you try to lift the hand?
I mean, basic idea, but the total thing I probably don't know. Yeah.
No basic idea. Tell me what basic idea you have.
Oh, some signal goes from my nervous system and
Some
the
signal.
muscles contract.
Wait. Nervous system. How many pathways of signal are there in nervous system?
I don't know.
So you have bulb in the house, right? You have bulb.
Yeah.
If you remove the bulb, how many wires are there?
3.
3 wires.
Probably. Yeah.
Huh? 3 wires. So electricity will come 3 wires. You know how many wires are there in the brain?
Millions, probably.
How many neural pathways are there in the brain?
Yeah.
Let's say that number itself is incomprehensible. Now you tell you have a basic idea of the incomprehensible number and the pathway.
No.
That is human illusion. We have illusion that we know. We have illusion that I know. So Ramakrishna, one day, Ramakrishna is in total surrender to Lord Kali Mata. One day, from the city to Dakshineshwar comes a very intellectual person, full of intelligence and reasoning. He comes and tells Ramakrishna, I will prove to you that God doesn't exist. What you're seeing is an illusion. Okay? He gives all logical, Tarka Shastra. He gives Tarka. Okay? It's all a concept of the mind and whatnot. Then Ramakrishna listens to him and starts clapping. Wow. What Tarka, what logic. Then he touches his feet. He tells, the Divine Mother is so great. She has given you such a great buddhi. Your buddhi is because of the Lord's grace. Okay, without the Lord's grace, you're only this much, not even an inch, just what is that? Microscopic meters away from insanity. Please understand. A few signals here and there, you will be in the mental hospital. You don't know how the digestion happens. Tomorrow, when you go to the toilet, if the excretion doesn't happen, you have no control. But you take everything for granted. You take the miracle of the eye, the miracle of the brain function, miracle of the body, granted. I'm doing it. Little it doesn't work, then you will know how useless your ego is. To understand this is to understand the insignificance of the intellect. That is why in Zen there's a tradition. When the disciple comes, right? The disciple comes to master, asks so many questions. The master gives them some puzzle to solve. Okay, that's called a koan. That koan is it is an impossible puzzle. It's an intellectual puzzle. Then the student tries, cannot break the puzzle. Then the student comes and tells it doesn't work. Then the master tells, that is the strength of your intellect. You think you're so intellectual only until you meet the next intelligent person. You think you're so powerful until you meet the next powerful person. You think you're so beautiful until you meet the next beautiful person. Right? You think you're so great until you meet the one who's better. And there will always be something better. That is the nature of life. Please understand. The nature of life is it keeps on creating. It's Shakti, Prakriti. Okay? And that's why we have Dashavatars. You know, Dashavatars, right? Nature is perfecting even the avatar. Next avatar is better than the next avatar. And that's why Krishna is called Purna Avatar. He's better than the previous avatar. Okay? So it'll always be better and better and better and better. And in this constant, amazing creation of better and better things, we think we're so great. And we expect to be treated great. And that you call my life. Is there anything like your life? Is your life your life? आप बोलते हैं मेरा life, my life, my roots. You say that? My life? Is it your life? Namish, Shilpa, Samya, Praveen, Panna, Gautam, is it your life?
No.
Shilpa, is it your life? Panna, आपका life है?
I used to, but not anymore, Guruji.
Not anymore. Your life is not your life. Your body is not your body. Your relationships are not your relationships. Your understanding is not your understanding. It's your brain capacity, which is given by God. Your wealth is not your wealth. Nothing is yours except illusion, except stupidity after stupidity after stupidity. Of something is mine, something is permanent, something has to happen like this. Okay, I am important. So when you understand this, the surrender dawns naturally. Surrender is a very natural blossoming. You come to a point where there's a deep inner silence and there's a deep inner relaxation. You go back to the mode of a child. Okay, you become like a child. You become relaxed. Then you have a deep trust in existence. And you live, you know how the child lives? Does the child live with a 6 months, 1 year, 5 year plan? Have you ever spoken to a child who has a 5 year plan? 2 year plan? 1 year plan? Huh? The child lives in a day-to-day plan. The child cannot think beyond today. Today, I'm going to live. So surrender is today. God has given me today. Tomorrow you'll be alive, you have any guarantee? Tomorrow all your conditions of life will be the same, any guarantee? Tomorrow nobody knows. I have only today. Okay? Today I will do my best. And whatever comes today is Lord's will. I'll do my best. And I will offer my best. If I cannot do anything, that also is Lord's will. If I can do something, it is Lord's will. If I cannot do something, it is Lord's will. You understand? If my mind is disturbed, it's Lord's will. If I'm healthy, it's Lord's will. If I'm sick, it's Lord's will. In that, your ego collapses. Okay? And you live day to day in bliss. And that is called enlightenment. Enlightenment is living day to day in bliss and focus on action, what I can do, not reaction. So you can reject and react, or you can accept and act with trust. The key is trust. So I'll tell you one more story. There is Narada Maharshi. Everybody knows Narada Maharshi? Narada Maharshi is Vishnu Bhakta. So he's traveling and he's going to Vaikuntha to meet Vishnu. On the way, he meets few yogis. Yogis are there. sitting under the tree meditating on Vishnu. So first yogi he meets, he asks the yogi. The yogi looks at Narada Maharshi. He opens his eyes. He tells, "Oh, Narada Maharshi, you're going to meet Vishnu. Please tell me. Please ask him when I'll get enlightened." Okay. So then there's the other yogi. Other yogi also asks when I'm going to get enlightened. So Narada Maharshi goes to Vishnu, comes back, and they're eagerly waiting for the answer. Narada Maharshi comes and tells the yogi, the first yogi. The yogi asked, "Did you ask Vishnu when I'll get enlightened?" The Narada Maharshi says, "Yes, I asked." So the answer he gives is, "You will get enlightened," Vishnu told me. So you're sitting under the tree, right? Meditating or under a tree. The day that all the leaves on the tree fall, you will get enlightened. Okay? When all the leaves of the tree fall, which is a couple of months, season, right? All the leaves will fall, then you'll get enlightened. And this guy is so depressed. What? I have to wait such a long time. Okay? He's so depressed. Then he goes ahead. There's a second yogi. He's waiting eagerly. What did Vishnu tell about me? Narada Maharshi says, "I have some bad news for you." You see all the trees in the forest? He says, "Yes." So all of them have leaves? He says, "Yes." The number of leaves in the forest, those many lifetimes later, you'll get enlightened. So you have to take so many births. The amount of leaves in the entire forest, that many births later, you'll get enlightened. And that person is just delighted. He just start dancing with joy. That his enlightenment is confirmed. Okay? The Lord has told, "Oh, I will get enlightened." Doesn't matter how long, it will happen. That joy, in that joy, that moment he gets enlightened. Okay? That very moment he becomes liberated because of the total acceptance. But the other person, the gift also becomes a poison. So that is ego. You can either be open or closed. Any doubts in surrender? Surrender clear? So what is surrender? Accept, trust, deep inner trust. Okay, that trust nobody has to teach you. It's not a teaching. The child, nobody came and did a class to the child. Trust child. Okay, when the child drinks the milk of the mother, the child doesn't know what it's drinking. The child ever asks, "Okay, is there poison in the milk?" Has any child ever asked? The child asks, "Is there poison? What are you giving me? What are you feeding me?" It just drinks. So that's deep inner trust. When the child learns to walk, the child doesn't know it will what will be there tomorrow, what will happen tomorrow. In endeavor, walking is not easy. It's very difficult for the child. It walks because it trusts. I'll walk. But if you are there, you'll ask 100 questions. Why should I walk? Or if I walk, I should only go and get all the groceries from Tesco. I should only do all the hard work. Why should I walk? At least somebody will take care of me if I don't walk. What if I walk? What if I fall down? Okay. What if I lose my leg? What if I slip in the bathroom, break my head? Then how much will the hospital bill? But I'm in a country where they don't even see immediately. I have to be in the waiting room. Then I don't have insurance. Or if I don't have insurance, then how much money it will cost? I have to sell my property. Then if I sell my property, my wife will divorce me. Your mind is gone somewhere. You see, in the simplest of the simplest thing, nothing has happened. But where is your mind gone? Gautam, where has your mind gone? Arey, I have not done this thing. Everybody else is ahead of me. Then 2 years later, they'll all get job. I won't get job. If I don't get job, who will marry me? If I don't get married, then how will I go back to show my face to the world? Nothing has happened.
Yeah.
How much of your thinking has happened? इतना सब कुछ हो गया. It's called khayali pulao. You know khayali pulao?
Yeah.
खयाली पुलाव पकाते रहो. Go on cooking khayali pulao. Nothing has happened. How much khayali pulao you cook every day, Panna ji? Khayali pulao बना रहे? ख्यालो
बहुत
बहुत सारे इतना थारा
बहुत
tons of khayali pulao. आप ही पकाते हो, आप ही खाते हो.
Yeah.
दूसरों को खिलाते भी हो. ऐसा what if this happens, what if that happens, what if this happens?
Yeah.
Shilpa, you do that? Khayali pulao.
Yes,
You
Guruji.
feed your
I
children.
used to.
Then you feed your children also. Oh, children, you have to study. Then what is happening? If you don't study, this will happen. Huh? Then what will you do? Then look at Sharma ji ka beta. He'll go ahead. You will be left behind. That poor child is in total trust with the Lord. And you have put complete distrust in life for the child. As parents, you are supposed to put more trust in the child. You put distrust in the child. You put the notion in the child that life is a suffering. Life is struggle. So, Krishna tells, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Because he's talking to Arjuna. Now, Arjuna has to fight the war. He tells Arjuna, just surrender. Okay, he's told him Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Arjuna, don't worry too much about it. Okay, I didn't understand. Samajh mein nahi aaya. I didn't get this. Fine. Don't worry about anything. Simplest way. You can trust, which is very natural. Can you do that much? Just trust. And in what? In whom? Just Mamekam, me. Somebody is there who's telling trust in me directly. Trust in me. I'm the Lord. I'm telling you directly. Trust in me and I'll take care of you. So, Mata Amritandamayi, there's Mata Amritandamayi, right? So, Mata Amritandamayi used to sing the bhajans of Krishna. She was thrown out of the house because she's acting very weird. She's singing the name of the Lord. Then she's a very young girl. Her name is Sudamani. She's thrown out. A young girl, okay, is thrown out of the house, has no house. Then, but she has full trust in the Lord, Krishna. Krishna will take care. So when she goes to sleep, a dog comes and becomes her pillow. Then morning when she wakes up, there's a cow ready waiting for her to give her milk. Then her brother comes with goons, with the sickle. The sickle is to cut the weapon, right? The friend keeps a sickle. The brother is very angry. He tells Sudamani, come back home, get married. Otherwise, we'll kill you right now. Okay. So Sudamani tells, if I'm meant to die by your hands, that is Lord's will, kill me. And that friend, the person, he goes to kill her and he starts vomiting blood. Okay. And he's admitted to the hospital and Amma takes care of him until he dies. So when you surrender to Lord takes care. And this you will see, this please don't think ye sab story mein hai, it's in the books and no. You will see in your life, here and now, where you are, the miracles of life, the miracle and power of God. What God can do in your life, you have not seen yet. You don't know. Because you don't want to see, you are only seeing the illusion. You understand? So for whatever punya you have done, you have come to receive the teaching. Like Arjuna, whatever punya he's done, he's got the punya that Krishna is his charioteer. And as a charioteer, Krishna tells him the Bhagavad Gita and fills Arjuna with the clarity and direction and focus and leads him, rather handholds him to win the war and become successful. That's why the last shloka of the Gita is Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdaraha, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir, Duvanitir Matanama. Where there is Krishna, where there is trust in Krishna, where there is surrender to Krishna, and where there is Arjuna, who represents action. Okay? Because Krishna cannot do the action for Arjuna. The shooting of the arrow has to be done by Arjuna. But everything apart from that is done by Krishna. For example, When you get up in the morning, getting up in the morning is one action. That is your job. The rest 99 billion actions, taking care of the sun is there, gravity is there, air is there, is oxygen, there is a political system, there is no civil war, there is a relationship, there is your parents are there, families there. That are all which is not in your control is whose responsibility? Lord's responsibility.
Lords.
So how much is your work in compared to how much Lord has to take care? You tell, I have to cook the food. That is your job. But eating the food, digesting the food, all that is who's taking care? Lord is taking care.
Lord.
You are telling, I am preparing the food for my child. Array, my child will go from point A to point B safely. Who's taking care of that? Any control you have in that? So in US, the people know. If the child goes to school, they don't know if the child will come back, get shot in the school. Huh? Any shooting happens in your school, in your college? Gautam, have you heard?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I've not heard.
But have they given you training in case there's a shooting happens, what to do?
I think there are some guidelines and all, yeah.
Now imagine you're in a place where in a school you're being given guidelines. If a shooting happens, you have to do this.
Yeah.
That is the state you live in. Okay, that is the state your child is going in. And you're thinking about control in your life?
Yeah.
Any control you have on this situation, on this madness?
No.
So Germany में होता है, Ravi? Is there shooting there?
Thankfully, no.
Thankfully, no. Praveen, is it clear?
Fortunately, not so much also here. It's not.
Soumya, clear? What is surrender is clear, Soumya?
Yes, Guruji.
Suman, Prapatti is clear? Ramanujacharya's Prapatti is clear?
Oh, super, Guruji. Super and perfect. I just love the way you said how choices are not a choice until Jnana comes into picture. And also the lovely way of putting surrender, how acceptance and just not acceptance and then getting into right action. I
This is
just
not
enjoy.
Prapatti. So Ramanujacharya's his only pathway is Prapatti. He said Lord will take care. Okay? His guru told him, I'll give you mantra, don't teach it. This fellow goes on the top of the Gopuram and starts shouting the mantra. Go to Prapatti. If I have to go to hell, I'll go. It's Lord's will. If I have to get killed, Lord's will. Whatever has to happen to me will happen to me. It's Lord's will. Who am I to tell, yes, this should not happen, this should happen? Okay? And when you totally surrender, is the moment you're totally enlightened. And day to day, you live like a daily wage worker. Today, you get the money, today you live. You plan for the future, but not, doesn't matter. The planning is an action. But knowing very well that that is my planning. If Lord has a different plan, thy will be done. Any doubts? Question is ego. Why is ego? Why it's happening is ego. Why should this happen? Why it should happen to good people? All that is ego. From the totality point of view, nobody is special. Including Krishna is not special. Okay? Nobody is special. But you think you are special. Something should happen to you, something should not happen to you. That is ego. Just say, I am not special. Then you really become special. Okay? Not thinking you're special. When you truly surrender, you become special like a child. Every child is special. Because every child is bubbling with bliss and spontaneity. You think you're special, but you're programmed. Is there any specialty in program? No, there's ChatGPT. Everybody thought it was so special, so special. Oh, so great. Artificial intelligence. Then another something will come, DeepSeek. All the speciality of ChatGPT is gone. Okay, you think you're so special until something more special comes. I am not special. Okay, I'm simple. Wow, why should I be special? Let me just be. Child is not special, and the child is not competitive. The speciality makes you exclusive. Child is inclusive. You understand? The more special you are, the more exclusive you become. So exclusivity is ego. The Gnani is inclusive, all inclusive, because Gnani is no ego. Bhakta is inclusive, no ego. And surrender makes you totally inclusive. And inclusive of all permutation combinations of life, not only selective inclusion. Oh, I only want good out of life. No. Accept everything in life the way it is. That's why Krishna is an acceptance. He is acceptance of peace. He is an acceptance of war. He is an acceptance of somebody like Duryodhana. He is an acceptance of somebody like Arjuna. He doesn't complain why there are people like Duryodhana in the world. Oh my God, such a horrible world this is. Such a suffering the Lord has put into. No. It is part of life. There are people like Duryodhana. There are people like Arjuna. There are people like Krishna. There are people like Ram. It is nature of life. Who are you to say there should be no Hitler? Who are you to tell? First of all, who made you ruler of the world? To tell that this should be there or this should not be there. Just because you have access to social media and you can write whatever you can on Twitter or whatever, okay, you go and vomit whatever is there in your garbage mind. Somebody is doing something, you say, you go and comment, oh, that person should not, somebody is playing cricket. Oh, Sachin Tendulkar, he's lost his game. He should have played. If I was there, you have not done 10% of the training that he has done. And you're commenting. Some politician is there. You have not seen the mess that they have seen in life, and you're commenting on what they're doing. And people are abusing doctors in the hospitals. Okay, because something went wrong for their family member. Right? We read cases. The doctor is getting stabbed, doctor is getting beaten. You have not studied 1% of what that person has gone through, and you can comment on somebody's action. And the worst is you comment on God. Oh God, why did you do this to me? Do you know what responsibility God has? To take care of 8 billion people. To take care of 8 billion people, and 8 billion people have innumerable desires. Everybody wants everything. Your job is to just raise your child, okay, grow your child. Lord's job is to take care of all beings in existence, take care of their karma, lead them from darkness to light. And you think you can instruct God in your prayers? What is your prayer when you go to temple? Oh God, please give my husband some intelligence. Please give my daughter good marks. Please give my parents good health. What all do you pray? Please give me good marks. Get me a good job. What are your prayers, Gautam? You pray?
Yeah, Guruji. You just told it. Yeah, that's what it is.
Same prayer. So
Yeah.
what is your prayer practically? You're practically telling, oh God, you don't know how to take care of me. Please listen to me. I'm going to share it step by step. Please make sure my parents' health is taken care of. Okay. Please make sure nothing happens to them. Please make sure nothing happens to me. Please make sure I get good marks. You're instructing, like God is your servant, no? You are God's servant, or God should be your servant?
No, I'm God's servant, yes.
But what is prayer?
Prayer should be gratitude.
Prayer is, God, I'm Mehrbani. I'm doing Mehrbani on you. Okay? Listen to me. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you're too confused. You have so many busy things to handle. I will tell you very clearly what I need in my life. Okay? Take care of me. And okay, God Okay, response for whatever, because he's the ocean of compassion. Kuch de bhi diya, whatever you asked, it gave it to you also. You are like that child. 2 minutes you'll play. You've seen children play, right? Take up a toy, cry for it in the whatever store. I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Then you buy it for them. Okay, how long before it's in the dustbin?
A week maybe or something.
You don't know. You don't have children. Anybody who has children has seen? Shilpa, Panna, देखा है आपने? Praveen, Soumya, anybody who has children?
Sometimes few hours, that's it.
Few hours. Okay,
Few
I've seen children few minutes. The moment, by the time they get into the car, the toy is broken. Same thing with you. Please understand. You want something, want something, want something. I want to get married. I want to get married. I want to get. Okay, Lord says, okay, take it. Then immediately, first day, why did I get married? Why did I get married? Why did I get married? I should not have got married. How long before you cribbed for what you got? What desire? You look at your desires, no? What you have, what you wanted. I want this, I want this, I want this. The moment you got it, what happened?
The next thing.
Next thing.
Yeah.
First of all, you're instructing God. Second, whatever he's giving you or she's giving you, the Divine Mother is giving you, you're disrespecting it. Okay? And you're asking for more. For that more, what is your eligibility? You don't know. Yes, because somebody else has it, you want it. Okay? That person is on a different journey. What they have done, you don't know. अरे उसको मिला है मुझे क्यों नहीं मिला? Right? You don't know how your brain operates. You don't know what you've done in the past. You don't know about your past life. You don't know about the future. And you are commenting, complaining. Okay? You understand the absurdity of the whole thing.
Yeah, I do.
And you say, I am devoted to God. I am a devotee of God. And you say, I am a bhakta. I am spiritual. What nonsense. You tell, Krishna is my favorite God. Sai Baba is my favorite. What nonsense are you talking? With the simple fact that you're missing is that you don't have trust. To say, I believe in God, or I pray to God, or Guru, is to have deep trust and acceptance in life. That you don't have. Just badi baat. Oh, I believe in God. Does that word have any value? You say, you'll say, I believe in God, I pray to God. Yahan pe you'll complain. How does that? That is hypocrisy. Shilpa festivals ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. Decoration after decoration. Prasad pe prasad. Right? Everything except surrender is done. आरती किया, सब किया, right? भगवान को नमन किया. But the simple fact you missed that I'm bowing down to somebody who knows what is required for me. Otherwise, you're bowing down is like you're a politician. No? All politicians will have poster like this, right? Like this with the topi and that is what you are, politician. So the final message is surrender. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam. I just tell God, Lord, you know, I don't know. Thy will be done. Okay? You have got me till here. Where I have to go, I don't know. You take me, you lead me, wherever. I accept and I let go of my grudges. Whatever has happened is your will. That's why it has happened. Otherwise, it would not have happened. I have no control. I have no intention to change. I live a choiceless life. And I will do whatever is my dharma, my responsibility. I'll take care of that. I will do what is possible. You make the impossible happen. Okay? I will do whatever is possible. you make the impossible happen. Then you will see miracles in your life. Ravi, question?
Yes, Guruji. In this message that you gave, aren't we trying to again create duality between God and ourselves?
So the duality already exists because you're complaining.
Okay.
The teaching is there for the one who has not surrendered. If there is surrender, there's no question also. That question doesn't arise as a duality. You just know. The Guru's message, you know. You're in sync and you're in silence. The question is arising because there is a resistance to duality also. Let it be, no? What is there? Anyway, it's an appearance. It's temporary. Let it be. Let the separation exist. What is there? That is also Lord's will. That's why there are three systems. Advaita, Dvaita, Vishishtadvaita. Okay, so Madhvacharya, who is the promoter of Dvaita, he's a Gnani, he's a Param Gnani, he's a self-realized being. And he promotes Dvaita. Why? Because you're already in Dvaita. You already have a notion that I am the body. When you have the notion I am the body, you take the attitude that I am the Dasa. I am the Dasa of the Lord. Okay? Then you progress into more understanding of non-duality. So complete non-duality is total surrender. And when there's total surrenders happen, there's no question. There's no duality, there's no me, there's no Paramatma. You're just, the ego dissolves. There is no duality. The ego simply dissolves in total surrender. The only Lord exists. But until there is an ego, you have to take a approach of acceptance and action. Is that clear, Ravi? Any other questions? Praveen, you have a question?
No, Guruji, it's clear.
Surrender is clear. So surrender is called Sharanagati or Prapatti. A total surrender. And the surrender is not giving up. This surrender is out of Gnana, an understanding of the nature of life, understanding the absurdity of illusion of the ego, and the absurdity of individuality. The ultimate surrender is, I am not. You are. Thy will be done. Gautam, any doubts?
No, Guruji, no.
So what question you have?
Now no questions.
Your life is perfect the way it is. Is that acceptable?
Yeah.
It is always perfect. Everybody is perfect the way they are. That's why they are the way they are. You fill your lack of knowledge of the bigger picture with impressions of your subconscious mind. You understand? You are like, exactly like that press. Something has happened. Don't know what has actually happened. Okay, some operation, what is that? Covert mission has happened. Okay, you don't know what has actually happened in the background. But you have to tell a story.
Yeah.
So you cook up a story and you tell it. That is what your ego does, mind does. You don't know what is happening. Okay. But you have to give some explanation, no?
Yeah.
You cook up some story. You pick up some data points from some storybooks, some data points from your parents' life, some data points from newspaper, some data points from Google. You mix them together, make a story. Artificial intelligence is better than you. At least it has better data points to rely upon. Your data points is corrupted data. Out of corrupted data, you're making sense of your life. Let go of that corrupted data. That's why it is let go of your mind. I am not the mind. Mind is full of corrupted data. I am not the body. I am not the intellect. I am the divine child. And the divine parent knows how to take care of the divine child. That's all. There's nothing to it. Full stop.
Okay.
And I do whatever I can best. Okay. Shall we close for the day? If there are no questions, we'll close for the day. I hope surrender is clear. Today is Vasant Panchami. I bow down to the Divine Mother Saraswati, to the grace of Sadguru, to the grace of Saraswati, the Divine Mother, who flows as Gnana, destroying the ignorance, illusions. May the Divine Mother bless all of us to totally surrender to the divine will so that we may experience and live a life of joy, compassion, success, abundance, gratitude, and grace. May our body minds become a vehicle for the divine to operate in the world, to serve the world, the needy, and the suffering. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Harihi Om. Yo Namaha. Harihi Om. My pranams to all. Hari Om. So we will meet again in the next session, which will be the concluding session for this Atma Darshana batch. So next session, the 9th session, will be the concluding session. Okay. Hari Om.
Hari Om Guru.
Hari Om Guruji.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Guruji.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Guruji.
Hari Om.